Stearns will send it over to this side for Reeves. And then Reeves just shot this. May have had off the ball, really not had a problem with. So we need a little bit less put on the pass down, so that draws a whistle. Emma Dutko. A girl behind her and didn't really know. Works the ball back up, and then it ends up out of bounds. LLC. Chapman Trucking can take care of all the heavy lifting with your workllc.net. Their first goal of the year are the 25 minutes left to play. We'll send it over to Paige Bow. 24 minutes to go here in this second half. Off of the head of Destiny Johnson, and then back for Abby Reeves to send up into her offensive zone. Not that Rendleman can handle. I believe that was off of the body there, or the shins of Hensler. Therefore, it didn't have a lot on it as it was heading toward Rendleman. Rendleman's ball hits a body belonging to Granite City and ricochets all the way down to the other end of the field. Picked up by Loftus. She'll head back down toward the middle and give it a kick back out toward midfield. Makes it to the circle. And then coming down with the ball is Casey Neidhart. Neidhart will send the ball up, and a little bit of a breakaway here for Megan Jones, and that play is offside. Restart right in front of the Lady Kahawks bench by Alyssa Tucker. Tucker sends it off of the head of Faith Liljegren and right to Loftus. 22-20 left to play here in this second half. Collinsville getting a little bit more pressure here in the offensive zone than they did in the first half, but still not a goal to show for it as of yet. Ball at midfield. Comes down onto our player's feet with no name but some bright red shoes. All the way over onto the far side. Pass by Neidhart. Now Collinsville takes over for a brief second, and then Granite City gets the ball right back. Warriors work the ball up, and a loose ball will come all the way over here into the corner. It's picked up by Jones. Jones in an off angle sends one right in front off of a body, and then Knutson makes a save before it even got to Rendleman. And then Collinsville gets the ball out of there before any more pressure could be put on. 21.5 minutes to go here in this second half. Darcy Makov checks back into the game for Granite City, as does Sophia Dutko. Megan Jones comes out, as does our girl with number 14 on her back, but no number 14 on my roster. All the way over in the far side corner is where this play is taking place. A couple of girls going at it there in a little rugby-style scrum. Now Collinsville gets the ball out of there and trying to send it up for some offense here. They do so in the middle with Baluli. Baluli sends it up the far side sideline, but off of a body, not out of bounds. Granite City does a nice job keeping that ball in, and the Warriors head back up the field for some more offense as we have 20.5 to go here in this second half, as the Granite City defense will now just send it back and chew up some of the last 20 minutes here in this second half. At midfield, ball comes back out, and taking care of it was Neidhart. Collinsville comes away with the loose ball, though. Over on the far side, nice pass by Liljegren. Shot put toward the goal, and there over on the far side post was Rebecca Loftus to make that save. Well, we are halfway through the second half. Now you break it down into you need a goal every 10 minutes just to tie. So work on that first one here in this first 10-minute period, and then work on the next one after that. Collinsville trying to wrestle it away. They do so. Nice play by Baluli. She gets over here onto this side for Tucker. Tucker lost the ball for a moment. Hensler comes up with it, and now back over here, and kind of pushed off the ball there was Alexi Munoz. No call. Ball ends up going under the Collinsville bench, and Granite City will keep it, and they'll send it back in. It'll be Van Buskirk with the throw in over her teammate's head. Ball ends up out of bounds, put there by Granite City, so Collinsville will take over. 19:15 to play here in this second half. Throw in comes in. Kahoks. Hinsey lost control of it. Moves up into the middle. Here's a shot toward the goal that's going to go wide. And Collinsville will take over. It'll be Rundleman in front of her own goal. We'll send the ball over here to this near side sideline for Tucker. Tucker sends the ball back out toward midfield. There is Faith Liljegren. Liljegren will send it back to the defense for a split second. And then Collinsville comes away with it, and Granite City sends it right back to where it came from. Here is Paige Bauer. Bauer will send it back to Rundleman. And Claire will send it over to the far side sideline for Siverly. Siverly sends the ball up, but Granite City picks it off. 18:20 left to play here in this second half. Here is Knutson for Collinsville. She'll just give way for Rundleman. And Rundleman will go back to goal. Granite City has a free kick coming up here over on the far side. This was the night that I thought I was going to be in normal for a little Class 4A super sectional basketball action, thinking the Kahawks would get there, but it's Belleville West that'll be doing that. Granite City has a corner kick coming up all the way over on the far side of the field is where this one will take place. And it will be, I believe that's Abby Reeves, way too far for me to see, but I believe so. Nope, Reeves is now in front. High, in front, off ahead, and it comes out from the far side to the near side. Collinsville gets it, sends it up. Destiny Johnson, that is not Destiny Johnson. That is Lexi Munoz trying to chase it down. Granite City sends the ball out of bounds. And Munoz ready to throw the ball back in. Collinsville needing a goal here in the next 7 minutes or so to have a chance to get the tying goal a little bit later on if they can. That first one is the toughest one to get. Here is Tucker. Tucker sends it up. Granite City sends it right back. Here is Knutson right at the midfield circle. Has the Bearcat logo on it. To the far side, Siverly. 16.5 to go here in this second half. Granite City comes away with it. Out to midfield. Warriors bring the ball up. That was a nice job there on the defense by Alyssa Tucker. She stood her ground and made the Granite City girl go behind her. Now Collinsville and Faith Liljegren trying to chase that ball down. A throw-in will come instead. Liljegren looking around for the ball girl to give her the ball back, but no one's there. Liljegren as the throw-in, kicked right back to her. Van Buskirk sent it right back to where it came from. Now Liljegren will give way for Munoz. Munoz will throw it in. Granite City made a mistake there. If Collinsville can capitalize on it, here is Chrisman trying to work it closer, but they can't. And Granite City will send it right back out to relieve some of that pressure. Coming up on 15 minutes to play here in this second half. Collinsville working feverishly to try to get one goal to have a chance to tie it up a little bit later. They'll send it back to the defense, and it'll be Paige Bauer. Bauer splits a couple of defenders and gets the ball up over for Hensler. Now over onto the far side for Siverly. Siverly sends the ball back up toward the box, but Granite City sends it right back out. We'll volley it there for a minute. Hensler finds the ball on her feet, sends it up past one defender, and then that defender will send it all the way out to the other side. 14:40 left to play here in this first half. Collinsville keeping the ball down in the offensive zone and trying to work some magic, and a shot couldn't be taken. Defense closed in a little too quickly, and then a slow roller off of the side of the foot of Sarah Hinsey goes right to Rebecca Loftus. She has been in good position all night. Most everything that has come her way has rolled right to her. Now play back out at midfield. Collinsville sends it back into the box. Loftus on a bounce, catches it. And she'll send it right back out. Kahok's trying to work the ball up. Rain is held off. It was raining on the way here. And then when I got here and got out of the car, it stopped, and just a couple of drops here and there since then. But otherwise, everybody's pretty dry right now. Collinsville dry on the scoreboard. 2-0 in favor of Granite City. That ball sent back to Rendelman. And Rendelman will send it back over here to Munoz. Munoz to Hensler. Up toward midfield. Chrisman off of her. She'll send it right back up, but good defensive play and a good place to be standing there for the defender for Granite City. Ball takes a weird bounce, and now it is Tucker who will send it up here for Munoz. Munoz looks, directs, does a nice job on the stop and start there, and now Collinsville lost control of the ball off of the feet of Tucker, and Granite City trying to move the ball up, but a little mishit there will put the ball on the foot of Paige Bauer. Bauer, she finds Voss. Voss sends it up over onto the far side, and out of bounds. 12:40 left to play here in this second half. Getting kind of late. Needed to score a goal with about 10 minutes left. Now we're slicing that in half. You need a goal every 6 minutes now. Ball is going to belong to Collinsville, though, so that helps. Throw-in comes in quickly. Collinsville trying to get it back to work while most everybody was just walking back onto the field. Kahoks send the ball up. Chrisman right in front has their foot taken off of the ball. Collinsville still working it up. Back over to Chrisman, now in the middle, and Granite City will send the ball out of harm's way. Back out toward midfield it goes, right onto the foot of Knutson. As Collinsville tries to keep it in the offensive zone. They do so. Here is Siverly. Siverly back to Knutson. Knutson on the far sideline runs into a Granite City player, and Knutson is the one who gets the call as the Warriors will take over. Here is Morgan Rader checking into the game for the first time for Collinsville. Destiny Johnson checks back into the game for the Kahawks. Morgan Rader, one of 4 freshmen, or make that 5 freshmen listed on the varsity roster here for Collinsville. Kahawks get the ball up in the offensive side of things, but Granite City's defense is back there to handle any pressure. Knutson sends it right back up into the front of the box. 11 minutes to go. Here is Liljegren. Liljegren over here on this near sideline will send it up toward the goal, but it never did quite make it all the way. A couple of defenders back there for Granite City, and now the Granite City defense gets it out. Olivia Brinker sends it up toward midfield. Out of the circle come the Warriors. A couple of bodies run into each other, but the Warriors keep the movement of the ball, heading in the right direction. Here is number 14, moves it in front, and I don't know what happened there. It was a kind of a cross, but I don't know if it ever made it onto the leg of anybody wearing white. Rendelman sends it back down with some authority, has a little bit of that wind behind her back. And Collinsville looks to move the ball forward as we approach the final 10 minutes here in half number 2. Knutson sends it back to Rendelman. Rendelman sends it back out toward midfield. Destiny Johnson is over there. Whistle away from the play. And it's a call against Collinsville, so a free kick coming up for Granite City, 40 yards away from the goal occupied by Claire Rendelman. Nine and a half. Rendelman handles that one. And the Kahawks, with their backs against the walls here, will have to score a couple of goals in quick fashion They want to erase this 2-0 lead. It all begins now with a Paige Bauer pass, but that one got picked off. Now up here on the near side sideline, and Megan Jones. Jones sends it right into the middle, and a nice job by Katie Knutson to get that out of there. A return shot was handled with ease by Rindelman. She'll roll the ball up on the far side sideline, and Collinsville begins their push on the offensive side of things. Off of the backside of one of the Granite City players, right back to the young lady who shot the ball. That was Bella Hensler. And then a bouncing ball all the way up the far side sideline. Collinsville trying to find a way to come away with it at midfield. Loose ball sent back to the Collinsville defense. Pushed up to the midfielders. Here is Destiny Johnson trying to get the ball up. She does so off of the chest there of Rader. And then the ball kicked out of bounds. Collinsville will keep possession. 8:20 left to play here in this second half. Well, Arizona Coyotes have a 1-0 lead on the Blues as they begin play in the second. Collinsville trying to work it in for some goal magic here. Knutson sends it all the way down into the box. Bounces once. And Rebecca Loftus is there to handle that. 7:40 left to play. Fourth quarter, Belleville West over Bolingbrook right now, 62-55 in the 4A Super Sectional. Murfreesboro defeated Metro East Lutheran 3-0 in girls soccer action. Here's Granite City with an opportunity to add another tally on. They can't. Loose ball, whistle. That'll stop the action. Collinsville will get the ball back. 7:10 left to play here in this second half. East St. Louis right now with a 24-19 lead. That game's at halftime against Springfield Southeast. Another girls varsity soccer game has Waterloo and Belleville West at 1-1 in the second half of that one. And then we have our score. Far side sideline is where the play comes in from, as Collinsville will try to chase that ball down, and they were unsuccessful in trying to keep it down at that end of the field for some more offensive push. But as I mentioned, that did not happen. We have about 6 minutes left to go here in this second half. Things are reaching the point of desperation here now for your Lady Kahok soccer team. No goals scored, and they need 2 to tie it up. That means they need to score 1 every 3 minutes now. Rindelman come all the way out of goal and send it all the way back up to midfield, where it is taken by a Raider for a moment. And at midfield, Granite City takes over, and we'll send it over in front of the Kahok bench. That is where Megan Jones takes over, turns around and sends the ball up. Now back out to midfield. Now Jones is going to have a chance right at mid. There's a 2-on-none break, and I tell you what, Granite City, they're too busy passing the ball back and forth trying to get their friends goals, and that one was a golden opportunity to put the icing on the cake here, and Granite City couldn't do it. They wanted to pass the ball around a little bit more, but it does result in a corner kick, as Megan Jones will head to this near side corner. She's ready to go, and here it is. Stays low, skips in front, and pushed right back over to Jones. Jones sends it right back in front again. Blocked out by Collinsville. Kahawks come away with the ball. Hensler shoots the ball up. Over here on this near side, foot race is going to be won by Granite City. They'll let the ball go out of bounds, and Van Buskirk will just throw the ball in with 4:40 left to play here in this second half. Kahawks trying to bring it back, get it going the other direction. There we go. Over here to Chrisman. Chrisman sends it back up to Rader. Rader lost control of the ball, and Granite City trying to come away with it. Raider doing a good job keeping any penetration from happening, but Raider is the one who gets whistled, and it'll be a free kick restart here for Granite City with 4 minutes left to go here in this second half. Ball put back into play. Collinsville trying to come away with it. Granite City doing a good job today, the Warriors have, and now here in front, and that's an offside call, as our mystery girl, number 14, was going to come in all alone once again. 3.5 minutes to go. Collinsville trailing 2-0. That ball ends up going out of bounds, so Kahawks will get the throw in here. It'll be Michaela Chrisman. Now she'll get waved off the ball. And the ball thrown in. Collinsville turns it around, trying to bring it back up as Luley. She can't. Bauer does. Now to Johnson. Back she goes to midfield for Knutson. Knutson over on the far side for Siverly. Siverly trying to move it up for Baluli. She had it for a second, but couldn't take the ball with her. It skipped right behind her, and Granite City will take over and send the ball back up with 2:40 left to play here in this second half. And now Granite City will send it back to their goalkeeper, Rebecca Loftus. They'll chew up some more time before Loftus sends it back out to midfield. Granite City brings the ball up over on the far side. Kahawks trying to get it back, and they will instead send the ball across the sideline over on the far side. And the Warriors, once again, will have a throw-in opportunity. Well, our first spring game of the year is cold. Usually is the case in the early parts of March, but I think things are going to start warming up a little bit next week from what I've seen. So hopefully we'll get some of these baseball and softball diamonds to dry out so we can have some games. Last year was just horrible in trying to figure out all those remakes, all the games we lost early on in March. Even in April we lost some. Had some snow on April the 4th. And then, of course, we had that cold snap on April the 7th. We had 2 softball games scheduled for that Saturday at Waterloo. It was so cold, they said, let's just play 1. First time I've heard that. Normally it's let's play 2. We're down to less than 90 seconds left to go in this one. Collinsville trailing 2-0, and Granite City controls the ball all the way over there in the far side corner. We need to bring it back up to the other end of the field to have a chance to put a goal on the board before this one's all said and done. But a throw-in belongs to Granite City on that far side corner in Collinsville. That goal at the other end looks like a mile away. Kahawks send the ball up. Far side sideline. And that ball will go out of bounds, and Granite City will keep it once again. We're down to the final 50 seconds left to go in this one. As it looks like your Lady Kahawks will start the season off 0-1. Only the first game, so there's lots of work to do, lots more practices to have, and maybe as the weather warms up, the team will warm up as well. One can only hope. Down to the final 30 seconds left to go here in this one. Rendelman will come out, and she will bump off Megan Jones right at the last second. Rendelman will send the ball back out toward midfield, but time is against the Kahawks as we are down to the final 5 seconds to go here in this one. And that will do it. Final 2-0 in favor of your Collinsville Kahawks, or excuse me, of the Granite City Warriors. I'm wishful thinking on my part as I'm trying to do 2 things at once here. Thank you very much, ladies. We'll see you next week at home. Appreciate the help. And we are now moving our way into the post-game show brought to you by Cullip Jennings Florist. Cullip Jennings Florist, a staple in the Collinsville area, has been for generations. Cullip Jennings Florist, located at 517 West Clay Street. You can stop in for weekly specials. Spring flowers on the mind of the folks down at Cullip Jennings Florist. You can get a fine collection of spring flowers in a vase, for $25. If you would like more information on that special, 344-0404 is the number, or check everything out online at CullipJennings.com. Post-game show comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, CullipJennings.com.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, and accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs, sauces, and they donate 25 cents of each unit sold to first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
I'm a hot babe out jogging. I'm out making sure this stays a 10 when you drive by. You're checking out my awesome headband when... Oops. That's when you find out your cut rate insurance, it ain't paying for this. So get Allstate. Save cash and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Mayhem is everywhere. Are you in good hands? Call me, Mike Cluck with Allstate, for a quote today.
Cullip Jennings Florist, a Collinsville original since 1939. Cullip Jennings Florist has a wide variety of green and blooming plants, specializing in all design styles from traditional to trend-setting. Cullip Jennings Florist is, of course, your place for beautiful flowers suitable for any occasion. From anniversaries to birthdays, graduations to weddings, Cullip Jennings Florist is there for any of life's major moments. Cullip Jennings Florist, 517 West Clay Street in Collinsville. Call 344-0404 or online, CullipJennings.com.
And we welcome you back into the Cullip Jennings Florist post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network as your Lady Kahoks lose their home and season opener tonight by a final score of 2-0. Both Granite City goals coming in the first half, 25-31 mark. Reeves scores the first goal to give Granite City a 1-0 lead, and then Neidhart scores about 4 minutes later, 3.5 minutes later, to give Granite City a 2-0 lead. And That was all that the Warriors needed as they win by a final score of 2-0. So Granite City 1-0 to start off their season, as Collinsville drops to 0-1. Collinsville is scheduled to play Thursday at Chatham-Glenwood, but I understand that they might move that to Collinsville because of the weather. Apparently, the Chatham-Glenwood field is horrible if it rains, so that might be a possibility, but we do not have that game on our schedule for you because we are going to be paying attention to some softball on Thursday as our softball season will kick off at home. Girls actually kick off tomorrow in Dupo, but that probably will be wiped out due to rain, so maybe Thursday's game will be the first one of the year, and that's a home game against Mascoutah. That game scheduled for 4:30 will be on the air around 4:15 with the pregame show. That's going to do it. We're not going to have a postgame show tonight. I got another coach I need to break in, so you know how that goes sometimes. They'll forget on the very first game, and then we'll be good and golden after that. So my name is Todd Duke, and that's going to do it for us until Thursday afternoon at 4:15. Everybody have yourselves a fantastic evening.